Hey, what's going on, guys? It's King Andy here, and welcome back to part two of the Clash Cup playoff predictions video. This week, I'm doing Bowser. How's it going, Bowser?
Going pretty well. How about you?
Great. Happy to talk about this week. And also, I'm joined with Destiny. How are you, Destiny?
Yo, what's up, Andy? Doing well. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So we're going to be recapping the first round of playoffs and making our predictions on the quarterfinals. All right. So the first matchup this week was Undefined versus Electric. Last week, I think we all pretty much predicted that Undefined would make it through. I know Bowser said it was going to be like -10 to 110, easy 3-0 for Undefined, but the score was actually 3-1 for them. So, what are you guys' thoughts on this match overall?
All right, so I know that I said it was 110 to -10, but I think they kind of got lucky, because they only lost I think they got a little unlucky with their 1v1 set. I think it definitely could have been 3-0, but even if it's 3-1, undefined easy win, that wasn't even like I didn't think that was the given. Electric couldn't really go anywhere in the playoffs. So I think that was expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much agree, honestly. Undefined has the most stacked roster right now. I feel like in all of Clash Cup. So, I mean, I was kind of surprised that EGS. I mean, not EGS. Electric took one, but yeah, not really a big surprise there. 3-1. It was a good win for Undefined.
Yeah. So they'll be moving on facing Evolve next. We'll talk about that more later. The next match was Instinct NA versus Rising Sun Beta. So this match was super close. I believe Instinct won the 2v2 and Darien won his 1v1. And then Rising Sun Beta won the other two 1v1 sets, and it came down to King of the Hill, which their new addition Impossible beat two of the Rising Sun players, and then Legendary Tony finished it off, and Monkeys didn't even play. So I think Instinct is definitely one of the best teams as far as 1v1 goes. They actually won their 2v2 this season, which they actually have been struggling with for a while, but they switched up their duos this time. It was like Royal Dawn and Legendary Tony, I believe. So Knight and Agent didn't play this week, and I think that was the right call, like switching up their 2v2. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it was a really good call. I honestly had uh Rising Sun Beta winning just because I didn't think Instinct could win the 2v2. I thought it was going to be 3-1 for RSB, but they surprised me. They were down 2-1 and then they took the 2v2, and after that was pretty much a turnaround because Instinct has really really good Koth, and they have like Monkeys and Impossible right there as well. So just really surprised. I think the 2v2 was really the turning point for them. So it was just really the way they played and how they were able to come out with a W there. And from that win, they were able to dictate the rest of the series, and they were able to win 3-2.
Yeah, definitely surprising that they won the 2v2 considering their previous record, and definitely their switch of the players definitely helped for that. I'm surprised that Rising Sun put up that much of a fight in 1v1, especially because Wadaporon, their best 1v1 player, lost. So I would assume that he would be one of their best chances, but the other two 1v1 players actually kind of clutched. Um, so definitely kind of surprised how well Rising Sun Beta played, and that Instinct didn't win 3-0 or 3-1 here. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember, if I recall, you predicted Instinct will make it through, right? So,
Yeah, definitely. I think I said 3-0 or 3-1 pretty easily, but it didn't happen.
yeah. Yeah, so we'll see if they keep the same 2v2 duo. I would assume so, but you never know going into next week. And next up, this was a good match, Blitz versus Intellectual. So I'll let you guys talk about this first. No, wait, actually, no, let me say something. So Bowser said it was going to be an easy 3-1 clap. They'll lose the 2v2, and then they'll win all three of the 1v1s. But it was closer than expected. Balkeith, he came through. He beat Allah. Granted, he got good matchups, but still, that's like all part of the game. Getting good matchups. And it came down to the final game of King of the Hill. So, Bowser, do you have anything you want to talk about?
All right, so like he kind of got hard countered 2 games in the 1v1. Like if I think if he had better matchups, I'm not like making excuses, but I think we could have definitely
Yeah, yeah.
won those 3 1v1s if he had better matchups. And we lost that one set, but our other 2 1v1 players clutched up, especially with Kazim beating Ivan, which like everybody was like really hype about Ivan playing. He's like, oh yeah, nobody can beat him. So that kind of felt good, and it was good that our other 2 1v1 players clutched, and the cost was pretty. Like I was watching it live, it was pretty intense, especially because the last game, um, like Allah didn't have a great matchup again, and he kind of clutched, and it was a pretty hype moment. I remember people were a little like BMing in the clan a little bit. I was definitely hyped. So yeah, thought that we would take that a little like easier, or we would win a little more easily, but definitely we'll take the 3-2 either way.
So I thought it was
Yeah,
I
Dustin
thought it
wants
was
to.
going to be a sweep just because of the way the lineup was scheduled. But I mean, anything can happen in the playoffs, and Ivan just didn't perform in Clash Cup. Honestly, he just played average. Honestly, he didn't show anything extraordinary or like insane. He was just like there playing with like the right mindset. So, because like Balkeith and Allah, like Balkeith with the ban, I knew he was gonna win, and then Gino and Clash just absolutely clapped Intellectuals 2v2. Those guys are insane, and I don't know, man. I thought Even was gonna clutch up, but I guess not. And then after that loss, like I kind of knew it was gonna go downhill from there. There was a chance in King of the Hill, but again, Even couldn't uh, clutch up for us. So kind of disappointed that he couldn't get us some good results. But I mean, it was a pretty good series nonetheless.
Do you think it was smart to put like Ivan has never played in like a Clash Cup match before, but in like Shadow lined him up for 1v1 and King of the Hill? Like, do you think it would have been better if you put like Balkeith or
Uh,
Eddie in that King of the Hill spot instead of
like,
Even?
oh sorry. Honestly, I kind of wanted Shamix to be in the 1v1, but because like
Oh,
just because like he's played it a lot of times and he could warm up in a sense before going into Koth. Like we kind of because Shamix isn't used to like really playing like the first spot in King of the Hill. He's used like to um being in the back, being last in the lineup and sweeping. But Shadow in those last like couple of weeks in the regular season put me in last, so like it was kind of weird. We kind of switched up that way, but I felt like Shamix would have been better in a sense for 1v1 instead of Even, and then Even should have been saved for Koth. But I mean, what happened. Shadow still like did pretty good decisions throughout like the whole season and everything. So that might have been one thing that could have changed the outcome. But I mean, other than that, like Kasim played his matches really well. So hats off to him. But yeah.
yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, overall it was a pretty great match. There was a lot of hype around it too, so that made it even better. But I'm sure Blitz will come back strong next season. We'll see what happens. But going into our last match of the first round is Ulti versus Funny Bones. Now there was some things that happened in this match, mainly 2v2 because we scheduled a time for them and then cars had to like leave last second for like an emergency. So I had to like quickly find a sub, which ended up being Surgical J, but he couldn't like voice call or anything, so our matches were like horrible. Like we made so many mistakes. Like we never played 2v2 together, so like we didn't really like synergize really well. So we lost that set unfortunately, and then Easy also lost his 1v1 set, so we were down 2-0. I honestly thought at that point we were out. Like I didn't think we could reverse sweep, but CB and Dermav ended up clutching for us, taking us to King of the Hill, and then from that point, Surgical J beat the first guy, and then Cars cleaned up. So I predicted the match to be 3-1 for us. I mean, I think if we played 2v2, like me and Cars played 2v2, it definitely would have happened, but I'll still take the 3-2 win either way. I mean, I'm happy that the loss from that 2v2 loss didn't like affect us that much.
Yeah, true. I
Yeah.
thought like, oh sorry, you can go ahead.
Uh, So I think I predicted this going 3-2 either way. Like I thought it was pretty even. So not really surprised on how things turned out. Yeah, like even though Funny Bones is like a pretty good team, I still don't really think. I think that they might lose this next week, and I think that they don't really. I don't think they're a huge contender. Sorry, Andy, for like to win the championship. So I wasn't really surprised by
I
the
mean, we'll
3-2
see. We'll
win.
see.
Close. So yeah, I don't really think there's a ton of things that are surprising about this one.
Yeah, well, I thought you guys were out like when it was 2-0, but like I knew their math was gonna win, but like I thought CB was gonna lose, but CB clutched up, and then after that, you guys pretty much have a stacked King of the Hill, so it was no big surprise that you guys like took King of the Hill and then won it back with a reverse sweep. So yeah, but I think honestly, if Cars was there for 2v2, you guys would have probably cleaned up a little bit earlier, but um, things happen. Things happen last second, as I know a lot. But yeah, you guys played well, and especially hats off to CB because I honestly didn't think he was going to win, and he played his match as well.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know if we mentioned this earlier, but there were like two reverse sweeps this week. One with Blitz and Intellectuals, and Funny Bones and Ulti. So reverse sweeps are always interesting to see. They rarely happen, but hey, we happened to got two this week. All right. So do you guys have any final thoughts on round one before we move on?
No, not really.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Let's go into the quarterfinal matchups then. So actually, before we get to that, I know Bowser, you said that like a while back. A while back, you said like Group C didn't really have a chance to go very far in playoffs, and so far, two Group C teams are eliminated. So do you think like EGS and Tyranny will go out this round?
You know, well, I don't think Tyranny will. I think they're going to collapse him. That's kind of a given. But actually, I might want to like go back and actually think like EGS. I think has a shot. I don't. I think that they definitely could be Funny Bones, but I don't think they could win the championship. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think they have a big shot. But there's definitely a chance.
Yeah, I mean like the one Group C team I thought would pull through was Rising Sun Beta, but they actually lost to Instinct. So I don't know. Group C, there's like three Group A teams that are still alive. Two Group C, and I believe all four Group B teams, right? No, three, because Ulti is out. So yeah, the Group C, there's only two left, and Group A and B, there's only three. All right, so let's go into the quarterfinal predictions. First is Evolve Esports versus Undefined. Anyone want to take this one first?
Oh
Uh,
yeah, I got it.
okay.
All
Yeah,
right,
do take it, take it.
so I'm looking at the lineup right now. So 2v2. I'm gonna go with Undefined here, just because Cool Soul and Beckus are like pretty solid duo. So I'm gonna go with Undefined for the 2v2. I think Kendo's gonna win his 1v1. So then it's gonna be 1-1 there. I think Trainer Rain is gonna win his 1v1, so it's gonna be 2-1 Undefined, and then I think Undefined's also gonna take the last 1v1 set. So my prediction is gonna be 3-1 Undefined. It doesn't get to golf. So yeah, pretty solid win for Undefined, I think. And I think the only person who's gonna win is Kendo for his set.
Yeah, I had literally the exact same prediction because Kenda Swagger's a beast, and I think he's gonna take, his 1v1 set. But Undefined is just too stacked, like for the rest of the roster. So yeah, I agree with Bowser. I think it's gonna be 3-1 as well. However, if Evolve somehow wins 2v2, that'll be insane, and I think that'll like really dictate how that they can like win the rest of the series if they take 2v2. But if they don't, it's pretty much over for them.
I actually have Evolve winning this one because
Whoa.
they have because like all right, I agree with you. I totally 100% agree that Cool Soul and Backfist will probably take 2v2. Badsha, he's pretty good, but Joker, I don't really know much about him, so I don't know how those two like pair well against each other. So I'll just give the edge to Undefined. Kenda Swagger, I'm pretty sure he'll win 1v1. He's having a rematch against Zigzag. Kenda Swagger beat Zigzag 2-0 in the seeding tournament, so wouldn't be surprised to see that happen again. Joe is actually like He's actually a really good player. I think he could definitely take down Trainer Rain because Trainer Rain likes to use like Ice Bow and like a giant graveyard deck, and I feel like he can just snipe him. Goku actually has a good win rate. I think he's like 6-2. So against Alice Sheehy, it's gonna be closer than you guys think. I'm predicting this to go to King of the Hill. I don't know who's gonna lose there. I'm predicting like maybe Trainer Rain would be Joe, but I don't know. But if it goes to King of the Hill, it's either Hunter is either gonna sweep or Kendo Swagger is gonna clean up. So I'm giving the edge to Evolve. We'll see. But like I said, I just know Evolve really well, and I think they actually have a shot of beating Undefined here. So going into the second matchup, we have Rising Sun Alpha versus Instinct. So, yeah, anyone want to take it?
So I think for this, I think Rising Sun Alpha is going to win 2v2, and then I think it could go either way with the 1v1s. I think maybe Instinct kind of wins 2 out of the 3, so it would be like 2-2 going into Koth. And I think Instinct's roster is just like too OP, especially their Koth. So I think Instinct will win 3-2 here, and it goes down to Koth. Like pretty close match, but Instinct I think will come out on top.
I had the exact same prediction as well, actually. 2v2 Rising Sun. Rising Sun just has a really good 2v2. They're really impressive watching them play as well. But like, Instinct is just really, really dominant. Like other than 2v2, Instinct is just really dominant, like 1v1 across the board and King of the Hill. So I do expect them to take 2 1v1 sets, but Rising Sun will take the other one, and then Instinct will close out in King of the Hill. And I really want to see Monkeys play in King of the Hill, but like we haven't seen him yet, so
yeah, you don't need him because the first 2 people just cleaned up. So,
but yeah, I think Instinct narrowly edges out Rising Sun.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So we don't know their lineups yet, but I think if Instinct sticks with their 2v2 duo that they had this week, which was like Royal Dawn and Legendary Tony, I think they'll take the 2v2 set. But if they go back to Night and Asian, I think Rising Sun takes the 2v2. Going into 1v1s, I expect Darien to come out in a 1v1 set. I think he'll probably win that as well. Maybe Monkeys will get thrown in this week. I don't know. But yeah, I think this will go to King of the Hill with Instinct taking it as well. But like, I wouldn't be surprised if Rising Sun Alpha takes it because, Instinct played Rising Sun Beta, so they would know like, I think they know like what decks they like to use and everything, so that could give them an edge. But I think Instinct still pulls through it, just because of like their sheer dominance in 1v1. So yeah, probably like maybe 60-40 for Instinct in my opinion. So going into the next match, we have Tyranny versus Intellectuals. So Bowser, you want to take this one first?
Yeah, sure. So 2v2, I don't really know. Our 2v2 duo banned arrows, which I don't know why they banned. I mean, yeah. I was like, they told me that, and I didn't want to say anything, and I was like, all right, like you guys are playing, so I guess that's fine. But I don't know why they banned arrows. I've never really seen that in a 2v2 ban.
Wait, they're using double minion horde and double minions.
Like, yeah, true.
Like minion festival.
Gonna be giant skeleton minion horde Skarmy clone, and both of them are gonna run it with mirror as well.
If they could win, that would be actually hilarious.
No, the arrows ban is interesting though, because I don't know about the arrows ban. All right, just keep going.
And so I looked at Tyranny's records, and I think Pikachu has an 8-3 2v2 record, or 2v2 record, and Joe's has an 8-5, or other way around, or something like one of them or both of them have like that. So they don't have great record, but they don't have bad ones. Like they're solid. So I think it could go either way. I honestly think that they're gonna come out on top just because we don't have the best 2v2 players, even though like Rishi and Argans have played with each other before. For Evolve and for us, but well, I think they're gonna win. I think Quasim's gonna win against Amar. I think, and then I think we're gonna sweep the 1v1 set. So I think it's gonna be 3-1 intellectuals. It could get to cost, just because they do have very good 1v1 players. Except I don't know who Wild Monkey is. I tried to Royale API him. I couldn't even find like an account that actually looked like somebody who would play. So I don't know who that is. I've never seen that person before. So maybe they're like insane, but I don't think so.
So I have again the exact same like predictions. Although the only thing, okay, listen.
Justin,
Well, so intellectuals 2v2, like no disrespect, Bowser, but you guys absolutely suck in 2v2. And with the arrows banned, that's like obnoxious. That's just terrible. And free win. Just take the DQ already and move on. The only hope, honestly, that I see for Tierney is that Amar beats Kasim, because Amar is a very good, capable player that knows a lot of decks. But if Amar loses, it's pretty much 3-1 for intellectuals, and I don't see Tierney really doing much. But again, Amar's gonna come up huge. He swept many teams before Amar, so like it's definitely possible. But if Amar loses, it's pretty much over, and intellectuals will win 3-1.
I think a lot of people are like underestimating Amar. Like I think if anyone on Tierney's roster, it's him that could take down Kwasim. And also Jin, he also like finished #1 on the last season global tournament. So he has that really cool emote, and he's going up against Allah. So that's also going to be a really close match. So I think this will come down to King. I don't know who Wild Monkey is either, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes up against ALJ. But yeah, I think it will go to King of the Hill. Because Tierney will win his 2v2, and I'm gonna guess that Jin is gonna pull an upset against Allah, and then King of the Hill. It's either gonna go it can go either way. Either Amar sweeps, which is like he's capable of doing. He's done it many times before, or Kwasim and Allah will clutch like last week. So this is also a really close one. I'll give it 50-50. I don't know. I really can't tell. And the last matchup of this week is EGS versus Funny Bones. So I'll take this one first. For 2v2, I think EGS has like one of the better 2v2s, so I don't want to say like, oh, we had this in the bag. But no. I think the 2v2 is whoever wins that will win the match. Just because our 1v1s are so like close. And like their Mav is going against their Reagan, which is like he's also like really good as well. So I don't know. It's like going to be hard. CB, he also goes up against Zolag. I know Zolag is really good as well. And this week I actually put Surgical J in a 1v1 set because I feel like we need him there. I don't know if that was the right call, but I think putting him in a 1v1 set is the right way to go just because, he's had a solid 1v1 record all season. So yeah, that's why I chose to put him in. What do you guys think about this match?
I think you guys win 2v2. Because it's you and Cars. Unless Cars has another life-threatening emergency again, then you guys will lose it. But
yeah,
I'm gonna go on a really bold prediction, and I think Zolag's gonna beat CB 2-1. I don't know. I just have a hunch. And then their Mav is gonna beat their Reagan. I don't know what that score is gonna be. I'll just go 2-0 because their Mav's a really good player. I think Surgical J is going to lose to Jesus because he's Jesus and, just Jesus. Yeah. I mean, I think solid predictions. Yeah.
Solid
so I think Jesus, claps Surgical J 3-0 because he's Jesus. Not 3-0 because he's Jesus.
Yeah, they'll play an extra game.
But so it'll be 2-2, and then King of the Hill, Surgical J is going to sweep. Because they didn't put Jesus in the lineup for King of the Hill. That's a stupid decision by EGS Phoenix.
Yeah, you gotta put Jesus in King of the Hill. Jesus actually has a good win rate this season, so it'll definitely be interesting.
All right, so I think.
Yeah, I'm not. I know. Like, wait, what? I was gonna say this match is 50-50, but I don't know if you guys would say the same. I know Destiny gave us the edge of King of the Hill, so I think it'll go to King of the Hill, but I don't know who's gonna take it. So, wait, Bowser, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I think that it's gonna be 3-1 Funny Bones. They're just gonna. I think CB is gonna lose, and then you're gonna win 2v2, and both the other 1v1s. I kind of agree with that, or like, I agree with Destiny, except he's joking around because Surgical J is definitely gonna beat Jesus.
Jesus. Okay. So those are all the matchups this week. So pretty straightforward. So do you guys have any final thoughts before we wrap up?
Not really. I just hope Blitz does better next season. Sadly, I won't be playing for them anymore because they need to make room for some better players. So, yeah. So this was
You should join
tier two.
the
Yeah,
Blitz
for real.
Academy. Tier 2.
I can join Shadows Mini in 2v2 and we can dominate again, destroy the competition. But yeah, I won't be playing again for Blitz, at least the main team. So this was my
You'll
for
still be
Glasgow. Yeah, I
around.
mean, I'll still be
You'll still
around
be
here,
around on
the
like the
server
server and everything.
and everything. I don't know, doing these podcasts as well. So it'll be interesting. I'll definitely still be keeping tabs, but I won't be like an official player for Blitz anymore when they release rosters next season.
I just want to say that intellectuals are gonna take home the chip. Easy clap. Yeah, we're gonna win. That I have no doubt in my mind. And yeah, that's it. Looking forward to a good week.
All right. Yeah, same here. I don't know about the intellectuals winning, but everything else you said, I agree. But yeah. All right. So that's going to be it for this week, guys. I'll have Bowser and Destiny's social media information in the description. And thanks again for coming on, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. All right. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.